Lord, now I truly understand what the old folks used to say when they was talking about having too much too soon. B. Simone don't set the whole internet on fire because mama don't sold a couple little trinkets off of AliExpress that made $1 million off of Chinese products. And now she say she can't deal with no man. She don't want no man. Her future man can't be a 9-to-5 Negro. She want a hustler. She want an entrepreneur. And people is mad. What's up, man? Here you go. Girl, I was sitting here minding my business like I always do. My assistant Oliver called me and told me B. Simone was trending. I was like, child, I didn't even know who B. Simone was. And I scrolled up through my stuff and I was like, oh, I've seen that little girl around before. She did a little makeup or whatever the case may be. And then I went and saw the interview that she did with Nick Cannon when she was saying that her future boyfriend cannot work a 9-to-5. And the internet is mad. I'm going to pause for a second and I'm going to say, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to try to defend B. Simone because I feel as if I get what she was trying to articulate. However, it came out with a very arrogant and inexperienced tone. And that's where the having too much too soon comes from. Because a seasoned woman would understand there is just as much value in a man that works 9-to-5 than there is in a man that's hustling. And if he's working 9-to-5 and making the same thing as a Negro that's hustling, then I'm not really understanding what the difference is. Now, I'm going to start out defending her by saying she was talking lifestyle, right? She went on to say lifestyle. It was the way she said she couldn't do 9-to-5 as if she needed to repel it with roach spray. But then she said because a 9-to-5er would not understand her being up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now let's just dissect this for a moment. You know, I am not going to lie to you. I once did share B. Simone's exact sentiments. I needed to be with a creative. I needed to be with somebody else who owned their own business because they would understand what it is I was going through in my schedule and so on and so forth. And that was inexperience. I have grown to change my dating requirements to this. Anybody who I am in relationship with must love what they do. Because you spend more time at work than you do in any other area of your life. And if you are unhappy at work, there is no way that that's not going to infiltrate and filter through every other part of your life. That being said, you can be a business owner and be miserable. You can be an entrepreneur and be miserable. Your daddy could have had a tire shop, died, left it to you, and you sitting here running it because you feel obligated to run a tire shop. Yeah, you make good money, but you damn miserable, and now you bringing that miserable ass tire talk home to me. So there are a lot of holes in B. Simone's statement. Just because somebody is an entrepreneur does not automatically mean that they're going to understand, and doesn't automatically mean that they're going to be happy, and it doesn't automatically mean that they are going to be a boss. There are many entrepreneurs out there who make less money than people who clock in and out every day. Not to mention, everybody is not meant to be an entrepreneur, right? And B. Simone, the only reason why you are able to be a successful entrepreneur is because you have people who punch in 9-to-5 for you. Now listen, many people may go through my track record and many of y'all may feel that I have made very disparaging remarks about 9-to-5 jobs. And I'm here to explain some of them. Me, personally, I think working 9-to-5 is stupid. Shoot me. I think it's stupid. But I also understand that my sentiments align with my personality align with my skill sets and align with what my purpose on this earth is to be. My purpose on this earth was not to be the marketing director of Amazon. My purpose on this earth was not to be a banker. My purpose on this earth was not to be an accountant. Therefore, the 9-to-5 model will not work for me. However, going back to my earlier statement about being happy and loving what you do, if you have a natural passion for accountancy, if you have a natural passion for psychology, if you have a natural passion for social work or many of these other 9-to-5, being a corporate businesswoman or person, if that's your natural passion and it fits within the 9-to-5 model, then you love it. I'm sure you do, and that is great. And that is where the alignment between the entrepreneur and the 9-to-5 worker can come in, that we are both fulfilled because we both have careers that we love, that are lucrative, and that make great money. Now, there's another thing Nick Cannon pitched out to her and said, oh, because you like the CEO, she's like, yeah, CEO, I need somebody that's hustling. Oh, God. The word hustling has really garnered a very negative connotation for me, for a lot of people. Because when you say hustling, it almost implies something illegal or doing a whole bunch of odds and ends. And I'm going to tell you something. You have got to be careful of people I call slashers. What you do? Oh, I'm a realtor. I'm a mortgage broker. I got a makeup line. I do lashes. I got a car dealership and I do interior design. Those are slashers. You see what I'm saying? And social media has trained us to believe that, oh, you got to have 14 different things going on in order to be a boss. That is so incorrect and the furthest thing from the truth. Every time I think about starting additional businesses outside of what I do now, I keep saying to myself, wait a minute, Q, because I wanted to start a food truck. I put that on the back burner. I said, before you go out and start a food truck, you have not even maximized what it is you were doing currently. I was like, wait a minute. There are YouTubers out there that are making $1 million a year. Why are you going to take what limited time you have away from what it is you do, which is media, to go over here and play in food, something you don't know about, just because people told you having a food truck is lucrative? Yes, I believe it is lucrative. Yes, I think at some point in life I would be very good at owning a food truck. However, I haven't even maximized, and I'm not even doing what it is I do to the fullest capacity and to my personal best, to be taking time off doing other things. They call it the jack of all trades, the master of none. Here's the thing. If you master one thing, baby, you don't need 16 other jobs. You don't need to be hustling. And quiet as it's kept, half of y'all hoes that's hustling is hustling backwards. I'm sorry, life is not about your time being filled every day answering phones and chasing a dollar. Because if you're doing this shit right, you're kicking your legs up, drinking margaritas like a rich white woman while your money coming in real steady and real proper like. That's the true tea. Going back to my earlier statements about having too much too soon. We live in this social media generation right now where a lot of people have amassed a lot of money very quickly just by virtue of the bust and boom nature of social media, right? And, there is a formula, and I'm not going to relegate this girl's success to luck. I'm not going to do that. Because obviously she was able to separate herself from the rest of the people who were selling AliExpress makeup and whatnot and rise to the top. Therefore, there has to be some level of skill, talent, and purpose in what it is she does. But let's not pretend like social media has not created a somewhat of a very cut and paste model of success, which is have the right skin tone, go and get the right surgeon, make sure your weave is 22 inches or better, make sure you wear the right red bottoms and the right outfits, take the right pictures, use the right filters, post in front of the correct luxury vehicles, and make sure you're seen at the right parties with this social media influencer, that social media influencer, that reality TV star, and this athlete. And that is a social media success jumpstarter kit. You know what I'm saying? Fortunately, B. Simone fits the mold. You know what I'm saying? Because between all those girls in that beauty space, many of them are cookie cutter cutouts of one another. That being said, you know, B. Simone and the others like her, you got something and amassed something, and in today's time that truthfully 10, 15 years ago you wouldn't have been able to get with your current level of skill. So, you know, much of your success though is attributed to your discipline, whatever it is that you do know, but a lot of it was timing and positioning, baby. So remove just a little bit of that bass and that arrogance out of your voice. When it comes to hustling, and going back to my original analogy about somebody being in corporate America and being happy, is a corporate executive that makes 6 figures on their job, working 9 to 5, that owns a couple rental properties and a stake in a local restaurant that's bringing in even more money. Is that not hustling while working a 9 to 5? There are people who hustle within the corporate framework. The shit just did not work for me, and perhaps it did not work for her. And I've also got to be transparent and be honest with y'all. A lot of my disdain and vitriol that I spit in the past about corporate America came from the pain and the unhappiness that I experienced while in corporate America. That was that pain talking. She offended a lot of people because social media has created a lot of money for a lot of people so soon that it's almost created this fake sense of if you're not an entrepreneur, then you ain't shit. And that's not true. And lo and behold, if you really want to be honest with it, many of these people are not entrepreneurs in the true sense of the word. They're marketers whose aesthetic seems to, or who's blessed that their aesthetic falls in line with what Kim Kardashian and Amber Rose have popularized across social media. That's the true tea, if you really want to know about it. You're great marketers. You take these same people who claim they entrepreneurs and they run their own damn business, and you set them down in a finance meeting with a damn an accountant or a CEO that's been running a business for a very long time, and you get to talking the jargon and the lingo, and they probably wouldn't know what in the hell was going on. I'm sure half of these hoes don't even know what a P&L is, yet alone file taxes properly. So miss me with your Cash App receipts and your PayPal notifications from people buying market products that you're reselling off of AliExpress. Now, I'm happy that the girls are out there getting their coins, but you need to cool it down. Oh, watch out before the universe helps you settle down or humble down. We would hate for that to happen. Long story short, I think B. Simone's thought process is somewhat in the right place. I think it's clouded by how quickly she's amassed what it is she amassed and her poor ability to articulate what it is she was feeling, that it came off very arrogant and condescending. And that's why people are upset. I think at the very end of the day, what B. Simone meant to say is that she wanted a mate that was complementary to her life. And I'm here to let you know that there are people who come from a 9-to-5 background who work in the 9-to-5 structure who can also be complementary to an entrepreneur. The assumption that they're not going to understand why you're up at 3 o'clock in the morning is just that, an assumption. Because just like you've got a business to run and your brain is churning, theirs is probably doing the same damn thing. Y'all don't cancel her, just side eye for a little bit in school. Send her this video, matter of fact. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Let me get in here and catch up on some of these rich white women's housewives, and I'll call y'all hoes later. Bye.